Oh, great.
What are we talking about tonight? Listen, y'all already know what it is and what it always gonna be. Now,
Can you turn the porn music off, please?
it's definitely not porn music. This is R&B gospel music, okay? I had to search for this. It's R&B gospel. I like it. It puts me in the mood. Okay?
You do what, sir? Please, thank you.
All right, listen, right? Y'all know what it is, man. I am joined by my sister in pod. Okay? I irritate the fuck out of her, but I made a post. And I said, you know what? I'm going to turn this into a topic. Because I feel like we don't talk about it. We always talk about women. And we're not even talking about women in a negative light tonight. This isn't one of those. But we never talk about the men. So tonight we're going to talk about the men and women who have to get back on track after going through, could have been a bad breakup, could have been a bad marriage, could have been financial troubles. It could have been, man, you had parenting issues and it set you back. It's a bunch of things that we go through out here that we don't really take the time to talk about. We always talk about the bad things, but how you bounce back from all those things? How you come back and do a whole 360 and change your life? You know what I'm saying? I went through all those things financially, emotionally, relationship-wise, socially. I went through all those things. And now I look at where I was a year ago and I look at where I'm at now, Tara. Man, I can't even tell you, this time last year, I was frustrated. I was hurt. I was bothered. There was a lot of shit that was going on at once. It was like shit wasn't stopping. You know what I'm saying? Divorce, new child. It was just a bunch of shit going on, and it was like back to back. Like it didn't stop. Like it was continuous. And you know what I'm saying? I let the decision go, and I know dudes be getting on here and they be saying this, oh man, I let a woman fuck me over. No, I actually did let a woman fuck me over, and I fucked her over. And starting over is like the worst shit in the world. Like when you have to start completely over. Like I left that marriage with nothing. No money. Had to move in a couple months because I couldn't afford the rent because the rent was high. We was in a 6-bedroom.
Well, you got that kids, so
paying damn near 3 bands a month.
Ooh. Lord.
So I had to leave that because I knew I couldn't afford it, and I wasn't gonna try to afford it, especially with 8 kids, 7 kids at that time by myself. Fuck no.
Is it really only 8? Well, I thought you were like 13.
No. So, then I found out a new kid was coming on the rise, and so that was even more money. And then she was on bullshit with me, you know what I'm saying, back and forth on bullshit. It was just a lot. So I really took the time to get my life back together. Like, for real. Started over from scratch. I hated it. But it also built character because this wasn't the first time I got my life back together. I left Chicago. When I left Chicago, I left and went to a place that I didn't have no family. I didn't have no friends. I didn't have no support. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to bounce back. That marriage and the relationships after that, because I don't think I was healed fully. I was healed, but I wasn't healed fully. But them relationships and everything after that built my character. It made me better as a person. So we're going to talk about it, right?
I have a really quick question.
Go ahead.
You said that this was a year ago, and then you just said relationships since then. And then you mentioned that somehow in between all those relationships, you found the time to heal. I just want to get credit because you got to give me my credit. I tried to tell you to sit still and mind your business and get yourself together, but you didn't listen. You did not listen to me.
I don't even think it was me though. I don't even think it was me that. Let me explain that. I don't think it was me that wanted more. I think as sometimes men and women both, they get clouded by sex. They get clouded by time spent. They get clouded by attention and things that are going on that they start pushing themselves for something more than what they actually can handle. And I think that was me. You know what I'm saying?
I told you that too, and you still didn't listen. I just wanted.
I had a situation where at one point or another, I was dealing with 3 friends, and then they all hated each other, and then they hated me, and now it's a. But see, it wasn't my fault though.
Oh, it's a what? Y'all got a compound and y'all living together. Oh, we not going. You ain't gonna skirt past that one, bro. It's a what? Oh.
So I was intimately dealing with somebody who was crazy as fuck. And it wasn't
you said this every
work.
time. You said this every time.
They were delusional. Then I ended up getting with one of their friends who wasn't really their friend, but they swear they were friends. And then I ended up leaving her alone because she was just as delusional as fuck too. And then I ended up getting with somebody else in the same circle who was a wolf in sheep's clothing, as I like to call it.
That's what you get.
You know, they pretend to act like they fuck with me, but they really didn't fuck with me. And so I had to leave all them alone. But for the most part, Big Smash is healed. Okay, yeah. Again, a year ago, okay, it was supposed to just been a sexual thing. It wasn't supposed to be feelings. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be just a sexual thing. And I realized that after going through everything that I went through, I learned a lot of the things that I wasn't going to settle for. I wasn't going to settle for disrespect. I wasn't going to settle for games. I wasn't going to settle. If you didn't come through the door prepared, get the fuck on. That's how I felt. Now, speaking of you, because let me tell y'all about the good sis right here. Okay.
No, let's not talk about me.
We got to give you your flowers real quick, man. Because if anybody knows over the last year, and I'm just going to speak over the last year that I've seen, that you have talked to me, and I ain't going to get into details what we talk about, but I have seen you bounce completely back from divorce and fucking deaths and fucking job shit going on and tornadoes and storms and all that shit, not literally, but figuratively. So to you, because I've seen you had to take a break from this shit. That's how overwhelmed this shit was. You know what I'm saying? You had to take a break from it. So what inspired you, man? Like for real, when did you finally step up and be like, you know what, enough is enough. I got to get my shit together. I give people too much power. I got to change my life around. What was some of the things that hit for you?
I think I got tired of always being angry. I don't think that people really pay attention to how heavy that weight is. You just expend so much energy and drain yourself completely being mad at people who don't care about you at all. They're not gonna lose a wink of sleep about the disrespectful way that they move around you or anything else. So I had to figure out how to do for me, because I can't be a good mom, a good lover, a good friend, a good employee if I can't feed myself, if I'm drained and nothing is pouring back into me. And having my grandmother die, losing my best friend a day after going to the hospital and getting a clean bill of health, stuff like that had me thinking, so you just gonna waste all your time being angry and upset all the time when you don't know how many days you got left. I didn't want to live my life in that state. I wanted to be present and be happy and keep that joy. So I had to make some changes.
Oh man, I got rid of people that meant me no good.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck how long I've known you. A lot of people are users. A lot of people will use the good out of you and turn you bad.
Yes.
What I mean by that is you can give your all. You can give so much to people and they will never pour back into you. And it gets to the point where, all right, you gave me everything. What else you got? And now you drained and you lost and you wondering, damn, who gonna be there? Who helps the person that helps everybody?
Absolutely.
That was my motto. That was my motto to the day. I have helped people who just as quick said fuck me.
Yeah.
And the people that they said fuck me for, fuck them over. And then they tried to crawl back and holler at me. Nah, man, you know I was bugging. I was tripping. All right, stay over there because I don't need you here. I think a lot of times people think they expect you to fall. When you fall, they expect you to stay there. They don't expect you to climb back about that hole. I climbed about that hole quick. And the reason I say that I was healed was because before I got divorced, I had been separated for a nice little minute. So when the shit finally happened and everything started going down, I was like, shit, what the fuck am I about to do now? And it was hard. When I tell you that it was hard, because all that shit was coming at once, bills, starting over. I had a car in my name that I couldn't drive that I was still paying for, which was crazy. Because the car got towed and we don't know where the fuck the car was, so I still was paying for. I'm still paying on it to this day.
And don't know where it is. That's crazy.
Don't know where the car is.
Oh my God.
I had to basically get my kids up together, and you know, they went from having a 2-parent home until just me. You know what I'm saying? And then my children's mothers, well, some of them wasn't able to help, you know, too much at that time. So it really became a shitty ass situation to be in, because it's like, damn. And then I had all these women that I was juggling because I was doing that. I thought I was healing. So I thought, like, I lived by that complex. To get over some ass, you had to get some ass. So I lived over that I did. Don't judge me, goddammit.
This is me not judging.
Like
this is me not judging. I tried to help you with that. I told you that women were your wife.
I slowed down from dating. Okay? And I got my mind right. I didn't slow down from other things, but I slowed down from dating.
And the other thing would be sleeping with people. Like, what? You come on, don't stop leaving stuff out.
It's leisure. You call it leisure. Okay. See, when you get in a relationship and you trying to date, that's work. Sexual relations is leisure. That's fun. Okay.
No judgment. We listen and we don't judge.
But so listen, it took me a while to realize, all right, listen, I had to budget my money, balance my money. So I had no time for dates, because I ain't gonna per se say I like expensive dates, but I didn't like cheap dates either. So I had to cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut that shit out, especially when you're trying to go on dates with 7, 8, 9 different women. It's a lot of money. That money.
This is how I know you haven't healed. There isn't enough time for you to have it. A year ago, I was there for the period where you were trying to get over everything that was happening, the financial stuff and all that. Then you added all these women, and now we're at a year. No,
actually, I think I'm a lot. Like I said, I think I'm a lot better than what I was, because
yes, I will give you that. You still not healed.
At that time, I was going through a transitional period with a new job.
Mm-hmm.
I had just moved into a smaller place than what I wanted. I went from a 6 to a 4, which I really wanted to keep the 6, but it just wasn't fiscally in my pocket to do that at that time. And so since a year, new job with a promotion, money is looking better on that end. The kids are all doing their thing. My son is in college.
Congrats.
Shout out to him. I got 2 kids that are now in high school. I would say the love life is a lot better than what it was a year.
You can't tell by your posts. Do you read your posts? Do you go on your page and see the stuff that you're saying?
I'm a podcaster. I post shit. I want to talk to my people. This is what we do. We talk to the people over here. You know what I'm saying? I got tired. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. The reason why changes was in the midst for me, because I got tired of being down with OPP. Okay?
doing it for you. Are you serious? Because I've been telling you to stop doing that too. I'm just gonna take out my credit tonight. You don't listen.
I'm very serious. I got tired of being down with OPP. I ain't gonna lie. All right. And then I had to learn. I just wanted to get my own. So in order to do that, I took a break. And we got shit in order.
For what, 3 days? Your breaks or something else.
Now I got morals and standards when it comes to who I date. And I just had a discussion.
Your microphone went out because you lying. See, God don't like ugly. I don't know what story you was getting ready to tell, but he shut it down. I can hear you now.
And I was telling them that a woman has to come with what I have or better, vice versa. Because
That's
me
fair,
and nowadays, we know women don't want to date no bum and no scrub ass niggas. So what makes them think that we want to do that?
Absolutely.
I don't want to date nobody who's not trying to elevate themselves or who's looking for me to elevate them. I'm cool. My life was crumbling. I had to build that shit back up. The person that I trusted to help me build that shit was the one that tore it down, essentially. And this is not a bashing conversation. This is, listen, I had to start over from scratch. It was a life disruption. I lost everything. You know what I'm saying? I lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers cleared out the joint bank account and everything. I lost everything. Fucked me up.
How much of that was your fault?
How much of it was my fault? A good 50% of it.
You know, I'm proud of you because I
just
think
the reason why I say that because I was out here living foul. I was grinding.
Look at you.
But I will say this: when I was really trying, they had gave up.
Yeah, because come on, King, come on.
So I'm not here to bash. At first, I was angry, I was shocked, I was mad, I wanted to fight the world. But then I thought about it, like, you know what? This might be a blessing in disguise because you didn't need Big Smash, but it's somebody out here that did. Okay, it's somebody. There's a song called Somebody Loves You, baby, and that person is out there. That person, you are not that person.
But you weren't giving her the best version of you, so she didn't have a choice.
Of course, I wasn't, because I am a type that. And again, I had a conversation. I told somebody this. People feel like you should treat people how you want to be treated. Great. Cool. I hear you. But what if you came into that situation already knowing how to treat somebody? Like, you just treat me good because that's your heart. That's who you are as a person. It's not conditional for me to treat you good or bad or whatever, because I feel like if I come in and I treat you the way that you treat me, that's conditional. I'm already built up in my heart to come in and treat you the right way because you don't have to teach me that. It's already built in me to treat you that way. This is
the same relationship you was cheating in constantly. You was already built to treat somebody good. Okay.
Here's the thing. Let me explain that for a second. Okay. I don't like to lie and cheat nowadays. You know why? Because you done
ran through everybody around you and there are no more available women? I mean, yeah. Come on.
First of all, I didn't cheat on every woman that I dealt with. You're not gonna do that. It was a good 3 or 4 that I didn't cheat, and I also didn't stay with them long enough to cheat. I had an urge to cheat, so before I cheated, I went on and let it go. I wish I had did that with all the rest of them. Probably wouldn't have 2 kids a month apart right now if I was smart enough to do that. But you live and you learn. Styles, what up? You live and you learn. So look, right? Let's talk about it, because I really want to know some stuff tonight. You could probably teach me some stuff.
You won't listen, but I'll try.
What was the first stages, right? Before, like, because earlier you said that you was in the after. Let's wind back to the divorce. Let's talk about that. After that, right? I don't want to go into the details of it. But after that, what was some of your feelings? What was some of your thoughts as you knew that it was over? Did you need time to huddle up and figure out your next move, or did you already know what you wanted to do? Because I know women have this thing where they're already planning their next move before this move is even over with. So did you have like a getting out of this? I think women, they call it mad money. Like you already had the mad money plan together. Did you? What was some of the thoughts that was going on at that time?
Well, my situation was different because I had to leave because of violence. He was abusive. So when I left, I was taking my child and we moved into a homeless shelter for abused women. So it was in that shelter during that 6 months where they help you. You do 6 months, you do what you got to do, you work, save up money. They help you get into your first house or your first apartment and things like that. So I hadn't planned anything. I had to get up and save me and my child in that instance. But I did a whole lot of planning in that 6 months. And when I got my first apartment, when I wasn't with him anymore, it was, I don't want to date ever again. And I'm never getting married. You know what I'm saying? That was such a bad experience that I just thought I'm gonna raise my kids, be the best mom I can be, and then I'll figure out the rest, later. So it took me a while. It took me a very long time to try to heal, to get over that fear, to not be ready to pass that fear on to the next relationship, to want to be in a relationship. I got to take the time to heal on all fronts before I did anything. And I think that was good for me, because one of the things people do is they move too fast. They don't learn anything from the last time. They don't figure out how they went down that wrong path. How was I stupid enough to get with somebody who would physically harm me, and just process through all of that before they in the bed with the next person, falling for the same, or ignoring the same red flags. We wasn't talking like that back then, but yeah, I'm blessed. Not that I was in an abusive relationship, but that I was in a position where it forced me to have to focus and to stay still and to focus on just being a mom and getting my own place. Because I think a lot of people just don't take the time.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was going through everything that I was going through, I leaned on people who necessarily didn't judge me. You know what I'm saying? But I also leaned on people who, even though they didn't judge me, they didn't necessarily coddle me.
Like, I didn't, because I'm one of those people. Absolutely, I didn't.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you fucked up, but we ain't gonna kick you while you down, but you definitely fucked up. Like, we ain't even gonna sugarcoat it and act like you did. Because I had went on this binge where everything was her fault.
Yes, you did.
Even now with the relationships and everything,
yeah,
it's your fault. I'm perfect. That's how I carried it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna stunt. We don't sugarcoat nothing over here. I was perfect. But I think I had to sit in my room and sit in my thoughts. And when I say my room, I mean in my mind for a long time. Because sometimes who's gonna get you out of that hole other than yourself? People can tell you, hey, I think you should do this. I think you should move like this. Or you should act like this. But unless I'm really out here putting the work in myself, I'm gonna get experience off other people.
And I'll tell you, as a friend, it was so deep. It was so dope to see you come out of that. When you started having those conversations and you were like, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. I did do this. I shouldn't have did this. When I should have did this, I went right back to my old way. It was so good to hear you take some kind of responsibility and be accountable for that. I didn't think you had it in you. I ain't gonna hold you. But it was great to see.
Lot, man. I cried a lot of nights. You know what I'm saying? I did. I slid down the wall a lot.
I mean, that was a marriage. I don't think people realize the kind of bond you form when you marry someone, have kids with them, share a blended family life with them. That's a lot to lose.
And I knew, like, I had to get better for them kids. Yeah. Fuck me. I had to get better for them. Like, they needed me more than ever because their moms is already miles away. It's just me now. So I'm in a space now where I don't have time to be weak. I don't have time to sit here and, I did most of my crying at night when they were asleep. And I ain't scared to admit that shit, man. It is what it is. But I did most of my pain when they were asleep because in the daytime I was focused on being as strong as I could.
And finding them a new mama, because baby, you was out here wild. Absolutely. You put that time in. Again, we're not gonna skip over the stuff. We're not. Make sure
I went through that. I went through deaths in the family. I went through,
your pops getting sick. Yeah.
This last year was rough. And then what I learned though is I can't. It shattered me. It did. It fucked me up. It did. But again, if you got good people who are not going to spoon feed you, and I gotta shout out Styles. I gotta shout out you. There's a few other people. I gotta shout out my girl Crystal. It's a few other people that I leaned on when shit was going bad because shit, I was lost. I ain't gonna flex. I was lost. Yeah. I was out here wild. I told you I was jumping in other people's beds and acting like it was cool.
Shutting down chat rooms because everybody fighting over you. Like it was terrible to even be around and see this mess.
First of all, that wasn't my fault. Okay.
Sometimes you take accountability and then you just sit there and lie. I cannot keep up with you.
That wasn't my fault. See, here's the thing. I lived in a world where I would sell you a dream because I knew deep down inside what I did and what I didn't want. But if I told you up front what it was, you decided to live in a delusional world, I'm not wrong for living in that delusional world with you. Even though I'm not even going to say live in it. It was a staycation. It was like I'm here today. I'm here today, but I'm gone tomorrow type of thing. But I think
here's the thing, and I will give you some credit in the sense that men will tell a woman that, but this is what you have to understand. When she's first getting to know you and it's not really that connection, or if you have not penetrated her yet, she may honestly believe she can deal with that. Oh, but things will change if you treat her right. You treat her nice. You start feeding into these things that she forgets that she missed and she needs. And she's gonna wake up and be in love with you. And that wasn't her intention. So stop believing women when they tell you they can handle that. It's usually not the truth.
Listen, I learned to stop lying to them. I ain't gonna
Please.
I learned to stop lying to them right now because I know how that feels when somebody lies to you and pushes you up in the corner and have you thinking that they really rock with you and they don't. So
look, if you can sleep with their whole friend group, I don't know why you trusting them anyway. Somebody that would lay down with you after you done screwed 12 of their friends.
But wait, my thing is, why be mad at me and not each other? I be confused.
It is wild that you can say that because we had this conversation. We not gonna do this. You to figure out how much we talked about. No. Because when that girl was trying to back out, you went and literally convinced her that them people was not her friend. You are a menace. You're a menace.
So,
oh gosh.
Listen. If you my friend, I'm gonna tell you when other people ain't your friend. Right? You remember growing up and your mama used to tell you, "Them ain't your friends."
That's not what you were doing, sir. You were trying to get up in that snatch and stay in that snatch. There was nothing pure about your motive, sir. We're not doing this tonight. We're not doing it.
Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire.
And then say you want to know why they're not mad at each other. Unbelievable you are.
Dirty. I gotta fight dirty too. Okay? But
all they did was tell the truth.
In hindsight, I was wrong.
Thank God.
Even involving myself in that situation with 3 associates or fake friends or whatever they call themselves. So in hindsight, I was wrong. But what a difference a year makes. Because at this point, this time last year, I was transforming. We left the old podcast alone. We decided to jump into this lane over here. I'm still trying to figure this out. I ain't gonna hold you. It is rough trying to find a lane with a podcast and figure some shit out. Now, my homie, he challenged me to find something that makes money. And makes money with this podcast. And I have a big ass announcement because I know exactly what I want to do. Even if I don't make a lot of money off top by doing this, I know exactly what I want to do.
I bet I can guess you going to OnlyFans.
No. I thought about that too. I ain't gonna hold you. But
boy, I was about to scream if you said yes. I
got a way that I can make some money. Like I said, off top in due time, it will make some money. And it was actually something that I wanted to do a couple years back with my other podcast. And I never got it off the ground. Now I got a little bit of a business mind, just a little bit. I'm not gonna sit and act like I'm a business guru or some shit, but I think I got it figured out where I can make some money off this shit. So next October 6th to October 12th, we got to Explain the Palooza, and at the end of that, I will be giving a big announcement as far as what's the next move for this shit, how I'm gonna make some money off of this shit. Because at this point, I'm gonna make money. He always tell me, you don't take this shit serious. You're just a hobbyist right now. So I think I figured it out.
Just don't. You know what? One thing I try to do with podcasting is keep it pure for the love of what I'm doing. Because if we're gonna be honest, there are a lot of people out here who are doing stuff that ain't got nothing to do with who they really are. It's a shtick, and they just doing what they think is gonna get them likes. If it's not authentic and it's not pure, you're going to fail. Be who you are in everything that you do.
Absolutely.
Also, everybody has a podcast or 4 or 5. So this is an oversaturated market. It may take time. Don't put too much stress on yourself. It's not worth it. It doesn't make it fun anymore.
I've been thinking about it though, so I can't wait to dive into it. I got a couple of things.
Can't wait to hear what it is, because I'm excited for you. That's amazing.
I think it's just time that I elevate the seriousness on that. So, but listen, right? So look, right? Back to the topic at hand, right? For men, rebuilding is tough. Maybe not as tough
for women. You know, it's and usually we're left with the kids. So not always like you got your kids, but usually we're left to rebuild with the kids. So it's hard for everybody.
No, see, we gonna get to the women. I'm gonna show y'all massive love too. Don't. I told y'all when we open this up, this is for everybody, all right? But rebuilding it came with a lot of pressure for me. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a man, because it's like, okay, what we gonna do right now? I had a loss of purpose. Like I didn't understand what my next move was because I'm literally boohooing like, damn, my life is over. I'm about to start this shit over. Like, damn, here we go with this shit again. And then the money, or not having money to take care of the shit that I need to take care of. I was working, but it was like I was working to just pay bills because all that money went to bills, went to catch back up.
Most people's lives.
So there was a lot of things that I couldn't do. I couldn't date, I couldn't hang with the homies, I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? The one thing that I could do when I had my money was the kids. Oh, y'all need this? All right, cool. We'll make that work. We'll push that back. And it's hard trying to push bills and shit back, but I gotta take care of these kids.
Rock people to pay Paul sometimes.
Yeah, I gotta take care of these kids, dog. Like that's important. That's if
it's
nothing.
Crazy that your baby mamas couldn't help, so they couldn't help at the time. You got all the time. You got kids though, so you got to figure it out. So that's different. I've never heard that from the male perspective about moms not being able to provide.
No. See, okay, so at that time, everything was hitting everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get mad at them. And again, like, you know,
I don't want you to be mad. I'm just saying.
No, I never mad. It was frustrating. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was frustrating because it's like I did not have these kids by myself. But I can say that when they did have it, it was coming. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even, I guess it was sort of like a grace period, you know. So facts, Styles. I kind of look at it like a grace period. So, like I said, at that point, also fact in that I didn't want nobody else.
That's a pride thing for me.
I wasn't nobody charity case. Like I never asked nobody for money or nothing like that. You know, I would do the most craziest shit before I ask anybody for money, and that's how I felt.
I mean, you asked me for that 2 bands, I gave it to you, and I ain't even asked you to pay me back.
Hey, listen, if you gave me 2 bands, listen. this would be called I'll explain all of this later with Tira, goddamn it. But no, listen. I'm not the type to ask people for help because I feel like I gotta sit in that hole myself for a second. Like, you wanna talk to me, you wanna encourage me, all that good shit, I hear you, I'm with you. But I don't think I ever been down that bad. I mean, I'm not against asking for help now if I need it. But I think sometimes I went through a phase where I didn't know who to trust. I felt like everybody was against me. I felt like I didn't know who I could turn to, who I can, because I just went through something that I felt like was supposed to be forever and it didn't last forever. So I didn't know who to trust. It was a big trust issue with everybody. I was scared. I really was. I was scared because I didn't want my kids to see me, in a fucked up state of mind.
But you put on for the world. I mean, outside of the private conversations we had, you put on for the world. You still did your podcast. You made it seem like you were fine. Nothing was wrong at all. I knew you was lying.
I had to. And the reason I had to is because I live by a motto of never let them see you sweat. So I had to. I felt like at that point, everybody was an op at that time. Except for the close few that knew everything that was going on. But outside of that, I wasn't fucking with you. It was too much. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I had to turn my back against the world, like, because shit, I'm fucked up right now. So
you know how you talked about the fact that we never talk about men having to rebuild and when they go through stuff. As we're saying that, I'm thinking to myself, every time I've ever seen my friends break up with somebody, my male friends break up with their girls or my female friends, the dudes seem to bounce back so quick. You never see it, like you said, you never see them sweating, you never see them sad. They got a girlfriend 2 days later. I think the world, as women, not everybody, I'm never speaking for all people, but a lot of us think it doesn't affect you guys. You guys are so good at acting like everything is okay and replacing them up like a real quick that it's like, why would we ever think that y'all had to rebuild? Why would we ever think that something you needed to be helped or looked at or hugged or anything? When y'all make it seem like nothing's wrong.
I think it's the way that some dudes are conditioned. Like, we live in a world, again, where they always tell you that, you got to be strong. You can't show fear. You can't show pain. You got to be strong. And this is how I grew up. My dad didn't believe in making excuses or being sorry or none of that shit. He didn't believe in that. So nowadays I find myself more emotional than what I was allowed to be as a kid because it wasn't none of that. That crying, that none of that shit. Like you a young man, act like it, And that's the motivation that I use now. Like, again, if a person is going through something, you won't know it until it's over with.
That's deep. As women, we can fall apart. We're allowed to. And I get it because, I used to think that men were stoic and they didn't. All these new open emotions free flowing from dudes left and right 24/7. At first, it was very appalling. I was like, what is happening? Why are all the men breaking down? What is going on? It's taken a lot of conversation and a lot of podcasting to get to the root of that. So I guess, y'all gonna have to give us a chance to get used to that and start to see y'all like we see ourselves. Because this is new. This is not what we're used to. A lot of us aren't used to this from men. So I like the openness, and I think it makes you guys seem more human.
Pride was a lot.
Yeah.
People are prideful. We're to the point where they don't want to say nothing to nobody because they feel like they can heal on their own.
Crying is healing. Crying is how you're going to let that stuff out. So when you don't cry, you stay mad longer, I think. I think there's some medical science behind that too, though, not just an opinion.
I think, and like I said, I got on my shit because I hated being down in the dumps. Like, emotionally and everything else, I hated being down in the dumps. I hated it. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts affecting everything around you.
Everything. Work, how you are with your kids, if you eat, if you're taking care of yourself, all of that. And depression is not fun. It's not fun at all.
I was definitely depressed. And again, I tell people all the time, therapy does help. Don't ever be afraid to do therapy, man. I was one of them people. I ain't doing shit. I don't want no therapy. I felt like I was lost. I tell people all the time, dog. At that point, that probably was rock bottom for me. And you know, I tell people all the time that if it wasn't for my kids, I don't think I would have been here. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, my head was gone. So I had to get on here and podcasts. I had to do the lives. I had to do, you know what I'm saying, these things like this to keep my mind off of doing something fucked up to somebody and sitting in jail or, you know what I'm saying, even worse. So it's a different kind of pressure. It was a different kind of pressure. I sought help. I did. I went to therapy. I did, you know.
I know. I should have charged you for it.
I put myself in a space where I had to be around good people. I didn't want to be around anybody who felt like they could just live off of me. There was a lot of motherfuckers trying to live off of me. When I hit rock bottom, them same motherfuckers that were living off of me, that got on, they left me hanging until I was back to where I'm at now. Again, it's like, nah, you can't sit with me now. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If you can't
stop being crappy people. This is to anybody who hears this. Don't be a crappy person. Just because somebody will let you treat them bad don't mean you should. And you should always do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. What's wrong with you?
My guy, Raw, what up? I'm trying to bring the asshole society back. So, you know, I had to get her out the woodwork.
I am absolutely not a butthole. Shut up.
Shit. But all right, so look, right? Talk to me about the women, right? I really want to know because, like I said, it's a lot of pressure for a man to bounce back. But starting over for women, what I've noticed involves trust, like in others, but more so themselves.
Yes.
Like,
you know, one of the hardest things in the world for me was, so you just went out and married this person and procreated with them. I blamed myself and started spoiling my kids because I just was like, this is my fault that you have a one parent household now. It wasn't, but I just thought you should have picked better. And these kids didn't ask to be here, and this is what you brought them into. Like, I went through a lot emotionally. I think that people pity women and look at them. Sometimes it's shame. Look what they're doing to Cardi B right now. They're discounting 7 years of marriage, her being completely loyal. Now that she just moving on because he won't sign divorce papers. Now it's like, oh my gosh, she having a baby with somebody else. She can take care of her kids. Her kids look very healthy and very happy and, you know, well behaved to me. But nobody cared when he cheated on her 211 times. So for us, it's like, now you're broken, now you're damaged, now you got baggage. The dude can go out here and rebuild and make it seem like he never even went through anything. Like I said earlier, he can go and rebuild and people expect him to go get a new, better, younger model and, you know, and do what he's going to do. Where the women are like, okay, now you're a mom, you know, and now you're, like I said, damaged goods. So, you know, we pity you and we're going to put you in this box. And if you step outside the box, you're a whore. You're not a good mom. So it is super hard for us to have a failed relationship and then try to rebuild in the eyes of a lot of judgmental people. I just don't think that we see dudes as emotional creatures who go through stuff like that. And so there's the disconnect.
A lot of times, I think a lot of times too, the bounce back game of a woman is crazy.
We'll make it seem like that. No. Emotionally, we be a wreck. You start making these bad decisions. You start going through your whole phase because you're mad, because you're hurt, because you're broke. Not all women, again, I always preface that statement, but a lot goes wrong with women when they don't take the time to do it right. You better believe they become bitter. They want to start keying cars. They want to start sleeping with daddies and brothers and cousins because to get it, like it's a lot of foolishness that can happen. So
I've ran into some of the women. I ain't gonna lie. But
you up there sleeping with their mamas and all their best friends, so you deserve what came to you. Can't stop it.
I ran into some of them women who like sleeping with daddies and brothers, cousins. Yeah, I ran into them. I think the bounce back though is a lot of times, dudes, when we fall off, which happens, we try to keep up with other niggas. You know what I'm saying? We do. I see it a lot. Like we will get out here and buy shit. Kanye said it best. We will get out here and buy shit just to tell other niggas you ain't up on this. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that we need the shit, but just because we want to be the first to have something and just to roll around and be like, yeah, I'm the first one with this Lambo truck right here. Now
you just want to look like you're okay. You do not want your boys or anybody else to know. You go home and you cry about that woman. You miss that woman. You regret everything you did to that woman. It's y'all gotta save face. It's a pride thing and an ego thing with you guys.
No, I definitely got a cry circle. Like I'm gonna cry with all my homies. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You can't be my homie if you ain't in this cry circle. If I can't call you on the phone and cry to you, you ain't my homie.
So who out of our podcast, who you cry to from the podcast?
I call Raw all the time and cry.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And he lets you? Does he flame you? He flame you, don't he? I know he tears you up.
I got a cry circle. Okay.
Wow.
Got a cry circle. We all be crying to each other. I ain't gonna put people names in that cry circle, but you know, we cry.
You telling me that Raw has ever called you and cried? I'm sorry, sir. I just can't believe that. And my soul, I can't believe it, sir.
But no, I definitely can cry with my homies, man. You know, you ain't a real homie.
That's beautiful. Not every man has that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, you ain't my real homie.
I don't know if I can take you seriously. I swear, I don't.
I'm crying over the phone. I ain't crying to niggas in person because I don't know niggas trying to take advantage or think I'm trying to take advantage and we all on that mushy shit and hanging out now. No. No. Like I draw the line at certain shit, but took me a while. I went through a whole lot of women trying to find myself, which was crazy. It's actually crazy when you say it like that. I went through a whole lot of women trying to find myself.
Yourself. Mm-hmm. Why would you be in any of them? Well, no, you was in all of them because you're nasty. But why would you find yourself in them? That's not you. They're not your wife. They're not somebody you put time in with.
Yeah, because I had this complex in my mind. I made her who she became, which was married to me. I made her that way, so I can make someone else in the same light, in the same existence.
But you want to make sure you change so you don't do the same things over and over again.
Facts. I wanted to change. I wanted to do it all over again, and this time I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get it right." Told myself, "I'm gonna get it right this time."
And then went out and found a whole friend group and slept with all of them. Because you was gonna do it right this time.
See, technically they found me. I didn't come looking for them. I did. I did not, Tara. I did not come looking for them.
I used to see what you were doing in the chat. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You come out promising everybody a good time. Always out here, Mr. Mandingo. That's your problem. Stop talking to people about that. Don't even mention it. First of all, that one come around because I want to hear this. So, ew. But you did it. You found them and you did it. I'm just not gonna let you deny this stuff. I'm not doing this.
First of all, my reputation follows me. I don't throw my reputation out there. It follows me. It follows me.
Do you see how you Billy D. Williams? I'm so tired of you. I got from
13 years ago, checking for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't come looking for people per se. They just find me.
You went in. Okay, this is the line. This is the hill you want to die on. Go ahead.
See that find this big smash. Find this big smash.
Yeah, you better not have finished that scripture with that foolishness. Okay. You better not have lied. I'm not doing it.
But look, right? So. What about you, man? How's things going on with you in 2025? What's the bounce back looking like for you?
It's good. I had to let go a lot of anger. I had to set a lot of things straight, and I had to start moving to the beat of my own drum at work. Now, nothing that was able to harm me emotionally and mentally there can touch me. I'm on my own path now. And love is always going to be great. My children are great. They are excelling in life, and I don't have anything to complain about. Not every day is peaches and cream and roses, but I'm grateful and I'm holding on to that joy. And I'm trying to live the best that I can for my people who aren't here anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to hold on to that. But I'm good.
I be in my own little brain sometimes because it's like I really hate for my kids to go out in this world unprepared. So I try to teach them everything that I can, the good and the bad. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and let them know, your daddy was a Rolling Stone. It is what it is.
Oh my God.
You got to be honest with the kids. You can't sugarcoat. You got to be honest.
Are you telling them not to follow you in the Rolling Stone business, though?
Absolutely. Okay. But I will say that find a woman if you do want to start having, like I told my son. I said, man, if you decide now, because you have so much more freedom, if you decide that you want to, get you a girlfriend, get out in the world, take your time. Don't be out here in college life slanging, you know what I'm saying? Because me, me, I never got a chance to go away to college. I went to in-city college. But if you had to sit me off to a college at that time, you best believe there's been a whole lot of people walking around with a baby. I ain't gonna.
There are, Ken. You have 27 of them. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
You need to go away.
I didn't have my first kid till I was 20. I'm saying in college life, listen. So I always tell them,
be a grandparent son?
Hell no, because that kid is the total opposite of me.
Oh, good.
He ain't got no game. Love my son. He ain't got no game. He is a nerd, and I love him to death.
It's amazing to me that you have game. I just cannot. But you know what?
He is the opposite of me. He stays in the house. He stays in the books. He plays the video games. He goes to school and gets good grades. He is the opposite of me. Me? Not never. Not never. Everywhere I went, not never. Didn't matter. I'm not sitting in no house playing no game.
Well, I'm glad the world knows we don't need two with you. That is the best blessing I've heard in a very long time.
You're right. They need three. You know what I would do if it was three of me out here? Man, listen.
Sign me up for Mars or wherever people are relocating to, because who has time?
But, okay, so look, right, the bounce back for me is dope because I feel like it's only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? I got out the funk. I got out the hole. I don't hang around bad apples. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Because I wrote yesterday, you can ruin your whole life by hanging around people with no ambition and no drive. You can't. They will suck every bit of energy out. So I got rid of those people.
But Ken, you are the bad apple though. Let's not forget that though. We gotta stick to the truth in this episode. You are.
I mean, listen. I would like to think I give good advice to my friends. I give good advice to y'all. You know,
I'm not trying to do the opposite for everybody to see. Great.
I'm not always an asshole. I like to give out good advice.
You seem nicer now, and I do think that your content. You used to be a boy. Now you're talking about things that matter. And the only hard part for me is knowing who you are. I don't believe anything you're saying, but at least you're putting the good stuff out there.
That's who I used to be. I've elevated. I'm grown.
You say this every 3 or 4 months, and okay, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Love, live, life, laugh, all the L's, right? All the L's.
Are you in love now, Ken?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In love with a woman.
I damn sure ain't in love with a man.
No, I just thought you were gonna say you were in love with life or success.
No,
or something.
You know that. Listen, I'm grown.
You fall in love every 3 minutes, sir.
I fall in lust.
But now it's love. And don't answer this question because you know somebody watching you trying to hurt people. Don't make me a part of your foolishness.
Why would I hurt people? I don't hurt people. I heal people. That's the reason why we do this show, to heal, to love.
See, and that's when I know you on all.
I gotta start making people get themselves hugs when they come on this show.
Oh my God.
This is a beautiful feeling over here. This is a beautiful feeling. I love the thought of being in love and having more kids. And
oh my God, how many do you want?
I might have some more. Listen, I might have some more kids.
You got a kid that's almost grown, finna be 35. Talking about you finna have some more kids.
All right, but listen, right? Let everybody know what you got going on, Miss Sarah. It's always a pleasure talking shit with you.
It is. I miss you. I miss my friends. Even though no one understands why I like doing shows with you, they understand. I think everybody loves you and likes to pretend that they don't. And I'm the only one that will admit that I like doing shows.
Haters out there.
I do. I am. We're getting ready to start back with One Man, One Woman. It's the scheduling thing with this thing. So that'll be back, but you can go and listen to anything that we've uploaded already on all platforms. Of course, I'm Opinionated Scents on YouTube. So I do have my fragrance channel up and going. Got a bunch of videos I've already filmed and edited coming out. You can find me somewhere being happy. I think that's what's important for me right now.
All right, for me, I know me, man. I be on live. I be on everybody's shit. I did like 3 lives yesterday.
Saw 2 of them. I saw you by yourself, and then I saw you with the fellas from with the Shit Podcast.
Shout out to them.
But I don't know what the third one. But yeah.
Minnesota Cold Talk. We was on that cutting up last night.
Oh my God! I was supposed to go and do. I need tired.
It was cutting up for sure. It's
I love
always
over there.
Anything I'm on, I like to cut up with.
That's your hunting ground.
We waiting on. We waiting on One Man, One Woman and Smash, man. We need that. Streets say they need that. They need.
I just don't think that plan is ever gonna let that happen. So that you gotta have a conversation with him about that. I'm not.
Shout out to my boy Flan, man. I do got a brand new episode coming. Hiring for Love. Offer and Accept. That's a series that I've been doing. We had the resume, the application, the interview, and now we're doing the Offer and Accept. So it's just relationships in the job format. We're gonna, you have
really good ideas. I just can't take you seriously. I can't take you seriously. It just don't work for me.
I will be back probably tomorrow. I ain't doing shit. Y'all gotta start getting in Tira inbox, telling her to come get up with Big Smash, because right now I'm declaring war on anybody that keep trying to take my Thursdays with her. So
I don't do anything on Thursdays. I'm
declaring war on the court report.
They are Tuesdays.
On what the shit? I'm declaring war on One Man, One Woman. I'm declaring war because before all these shows came about, y'all see her working with Big Smash, and now y'all want to take her and shit. Like, we ain't playing them games. I will show up on y'all's shit somehow, some way. I will make a way. But no, shout out to you, man. I know you got other shit to do. I got some shit I gotta do. I'm gonna tap in with y'all good people. I appreciate y'all. We out.